Okay, basic thing already all of you know, and everyone knows that how to deal with center mass. So there's no big deal in that. Okay, but if you don't know, okay, basic things, so you should go through it. So I'm not touching that point right now, but I'm going through the some okay important point. Okay, in which direction we can think. Okay, for okay solving good questions. Okay, so see, when we say center of mass, what does it mean? Center of mass means basically we think about two mass. Okay, so I'm also thinking right now two mass only, so no need to worry about it. So we have two mass. So suppose this there is one mass over here, another mass is over here. So actually what we are thinking that in reality mass neither exists on this place as well as neither here. Okay, so where is mass? Okay, mass is at some point, okay, in between of it. Okay, so we are trying to find out the center of mass. Okay, so we have two mass, okay, m1 and m2. We want to find out the position of that center of mass. So we normally assume that yeah, center of mass will be in between of that. Okay, no problem in it as well. Okay, yeah, center of mass in between somewhere will be. Okay, some of the time it will be closer to m1, some of the time it will be closer to m2. It depends on the mass. Okay, so obviously center of mass will be closer to heavier mass, also no problem in it. Okay, so what we are saying, suppose here is a mass m1, okay, and another mass is here m2. So if the okay distance between this is d, okay, so what is center of mass? What is center of mass? So basically what we do, we draw any coordinate. Simply we draw coordinates. So this is x coordinate and this is y coordinate. No issue in it. Okay, so this is x coordinate. Okay, so obviously by symmetry you can say that always the center of mass having okay y coordinate of center of mass is always 0. No issue in it. Okay, so how the question can be solved just with the observation that here you are observing the object is symmetrical about this. So coordinate of this, okay, about this symmetrically. Okay, so always center of mass will lie on this axis only. Okay, coordinate center of mass concept. Okay, upside or downside. Okay, no issue in it. Okay, so we can say here that center of mass y coordinate directly without solving anything. Center of mass of y coordinate is 0 here. Okay, but what about x coordinate? Okay, so basically all of us know this formula that center of mass for x coordinate is what, m1 x1 plus m2 x2 divided by m1 plus m2. We can proceed. Okay, we can continue it for the three masses. So it will add up over here m3 x3 divided by m3. For system will add m4. No issue in it. Okay, so this is x coordinate of center mass. Similarly you can find out the y coordinate of center mass, that m1 y1 plus m2 y2 divided by m1 plus m2. No issue in it. Okay, what I'm saying. So suppose what we assume, just it's imaginary concept. You can assume this side or origin or this side origin. No issue in it. Okay, it is not going to affect the result. Okay, it is not going to affect the center of mass. So some of the time, okay, questions comes in medical that okay, if you are changing the position, frame of reference, okay, frame of origin. So is the center of mass is changing? So answer some of the time student think that we are changing the frame of origin. So center of mass may shift, but in reality center of mass is not going to shift. Okay, this is one thing. Okay, so yeah, you understood it. Now see what I'm saying. So what is the coordinate of this? This is 0, 0. What is coordinate of this? Okay, d, 0. No issue in it. No, simply we want to find out the x coordinate of center mass because already we know the y coordinate. So we'll try to use this relation. So we'll use this relation. We'll get the center mass. No issue in it. Okay. What is my interest? My interest is the velocity of center of mass. So what is the meaning of velocity of center mass? Why? Why is my interest in velocity of center mass? Actually, what I want to do, I want to go and sit on center of mass and I want to observe both systems, what's happening both side. Okay. Right now, okay, suppose this both masses are in a stationary position. So what is the speed of both the masses? Okay, with respect to the ground. Right now, I'm standing on the ground. So what is my frame of reference? My frame of reference is ground. So I'm standing on the ground. So I'm observing the system from the ground. So from the ground, what is the speed of the both the block? It's stationary. Both the block is in the position of a stationary. So this block is also stationary. This block is also stationary. No issue in it. Okay. Yeah. So as of now, if I ask you what is the speed of m1, suppose u1 is the speed of for m1, so this is 0. What is the speed for m2? u2 is 0. No issue in it. Okay, no issue in it. But what I'm saying, I want to first write the formula. Okay, basic formula for center of mass. What I will do, basically we go through the differentiation method. We differentiate both side and we can differentiate it and we can find out the relation. How differentiation center of mass with respect to time velocity of center of mass, differentiation by x1 with respect to T is V1 and also differentiation by x2 with respect to T is V2. It's not only you can go through the differentiation only, you can write like this also. So delta of x1 divided by delta of T. Okay, this is what V1. Okay, change in position vector with respect to time is V1. So that is not important. Important is that to know the exact formula of center mass. What is that? M1 V1 plus M2 V2 divided by M1 plus M2. Okay. Now what I am saying, suppose this system, I'm taking the same system and putting over here, shifting over here. Now suppose this mass is moving by the speed of some speed. This is moving by u1 speed and this is moving by u2 speed. Okay, so now this mass is m1, this mass is m2. So now what's happening, again I'm standing on the ground only, I'm not going to change the position. Okay, so I'm standing on the ground only. So from ground I'm observing both the object. Okay, so see, if I don't know about center mass, if I don't have any knowledge of center, okay, what we want to do, speed of okay, let's take block 1 with respect to center of mass. Okay, speed of block 1 with respect to center of mass. So what is speed of block 1 with respect to center of mass is what appears relative speed, v1 minus vc, is it? Can I say? Yeah. So what is v1? u1 is not going to change now, so that is here I'm writing here u1 minus what is vc, this one, m1 u1 plus m2 u2 divided by m1 plus m2. Is it correct? Now take LCM m1 plus m2. So now take LCM m1 plus m2. I'm erasing all this now. Our plot is clear now. So if you take LCM here, so m1 plus m2, this is what, m1 u1 plus m2 u1 minus m1 u1 and minus m2 u2. So I'm writing here minus m2, wait, solve it. Okay, so what is LCM here? m1 plus m2. So what is this? m1 u1 plus m2 u1 minus m1 u1 minus m2 u2. See, this is cancelable. Okay, this is cancelable. This is m2 u1 minus m2 u2. Okay, so what is this? m2, we take m2 common, so this is what, u1 minus u2 divided by m1 plus m2. Okay, is it correct? Is it correct? If I say at the same time, what is the speed of center of mass with respect to block 1? So there is no any changes, just put minus. So it, I think, okay, it will come minus like this. This is m2 now, m2. So it will be something come like this, m2 u2 minus u1 divided by m1 plus m2. Is it correct? Tell me. Is it correct? Is it correct? Yeah. So this is the relative speed of block 1 with respect to center of mass. Okay, or if you are sitting on the center of mass, so you're sitting on the center of mass, so this is the speed of the block, okay, 1 with respect to center of mass. Similarly, we can find out the speed of block 2 with respect to center of mass. Okay, so we'll calculate it, no issue in it, but for the sake of moment, if I want to ask you, what is the momentum, what is the momentum of block 1? What is the momentum of block 1? So see, here we are introducing relative concept for calculating momentum. Why? Because everywhere we are using already the concept of relative, okay, to solve out the problem. So what I am saying, if we are standing on the ground, so what was the momentum? See the difference, okay, we are standing on the ground, so what was the momentum? So momentum for block 1 was nothing else, it was m1 u1. But when we are sitting on the center of mass, when we want to calculate linear momentum with respect to center of mass, so momentum with respect to, so momentum of block 1 with respect to center of mass, so I am using this relation. Okay, is it, you can use this also, no issue in it. Okay, just derivative differences of sign only. So this is what I am just going writing directly, result m1 m2 u1 minus u2 divided by m1 plus m2. This is the momentum of center of mass, momentum of block 1 with respect to center of mass. Okay, So now what I am saying, we need this result. So I am writing this result and this result here on top of the corner. So what was the speed of block 1 with respect to center of mass? M2 U1 minus U2 divided by M1 plus M2. What was the moment block 1 with respect to center of mass? M1 M2 divided by M1 plus M2 into U1 minus U2. Now tell me, what is M1 M2 divided by M1 plus M2? This is what a residual mass. We can replace this by mu. So if this is mu, so we can directly say mu. And what is U1 minus U2? What is U1 minus U2? Relative speed between two blocks. Okay. So relative speed between two blocks. We are talking about block 1, so it will be U1 minus U2. If we are talking about block 2, it will become U2 minus U1. Okay, we will see that. We will calculate it. We don't trust the sense here. But yeah, as of now, can I say this is mu into U of relative? So from here we got the momentum, okay, block 1 with respect to center of mass. Now what is our next target? To find out momentum of block 2 with respect to center of mass. Okay. Momentum of two block with respect to center of mass will be P2, first find out velocity, then it will be easy for us. Okay, so what is this? V2 minus of Vc. V2 minus Vc. What is Vc? V2 U2. And what is velocity of center of mass? We already calculated, that is M1 U1 plus M2 U2 divided by M1 plus M2. Take LCM and solve it. So it will be what? M1 U2 plus M2 U2 minus M1 U1 minus M2 U2 divided by M1 plus M2. So now see here, what is cancelable here? M2 U2 is cancelled out from here. Take M1 common from here, M1 common. So what is coming here? U2 minus U1 divided by M1 plus M2. Now tell me, V2C is this. So I am writing here. So if I asking you momentum of block 2 with respect to center of mass, just multiply by what? M2. It will come, I am writing now directly. So what is coming? M1 M2 divided by M1 plus M2, and this is what? U2 minus U1. So just writing U2 minus U1. No issue with it. U2 minus U1. U2 minus U1. So P2C U2 minus U1. So that is again two relative. So I am not writing further it. Okay. Now tell me, momentum of 1 with respect to C is, okay, P M1 M2 by M1 plus M2 U2 minus U1, and momentum of 2 with respect to center of mass is M1 M2 divided by M1 plus M2 U2 minus U1. So if I will ask you, what is net momentum of the system? What is net momentum of the system? What is net momentum of the system? Momentum of the system. What is momentum of the system? What is momentum of the system? So what is momentum of the system? So momentum of the system is what? Momentum of 1 with respect to center of mass plus momentum 2 with respect to center of mass. You observe the result, it will come 0. It means net momentum of the system is 0. Net momentum of the system is 0. So if net momentum of the system is 0, so if there is external force on it, okay, net external force on the system, if net momentum is 0, so what is net external force? Net external force on the system is 0. So F external is 0. If F external is 0, so can I say both block is accelerating? Can I say both block is accelerating, non-accelerating, deaccelerating, whatever else? No. So there is no acceleration. There is no acceleration. There is